open the canopy, fluffing it, just to get some air inside. Be sure that the parachute is not wet. And if it is dry, you can immediately pack it. There is no need to hang it in a dark room or something like that. If there is any risk that the parachute could have been damaged, carefully check that there are no damages to the fabrics. First thing to do is to check that lines are not twisted. So you take 2 consecutive lines from the canopy and you check that they are free up to the bridle. If they are not, then the easiest thing to do is to pull the 2 lines apart, and then you look where the bridle wants to go and you pass it there, and sooner or later you manage to have free lines or a big mess. To pack the parachute, it depends on which parachute it is, but if it is a pull-down apex, normally it should have some loops off along the canopy. So you use a long string and you pass the string through the loops. You must be careful to do it consecutively. It is very important to use a long string because you must not risk to forget it. And if the string are holding half of the canopy, the parachute will not work at all. So use a long string, long enough that you will never forget it. Then you make a knot to the string and you attach it to something. You pull the bridle so all the lines are stretched. Then you hold all the suspension lines, keeping the knots level, and flake the gauze. Then fold them back. Now, with the help of your assistant, flake them neatly. Your assistant has to put the hand inside. Be careful, there is no jewelries or watches because they could damage the fabric. Count the gauze to be sure you have done all of them. Now bring half of the gauze back to the other side. Check again the numbers are half and half. From this point on, manufacturers have a different system of packing. If you have a diaper, you fold the parachute like this. If you have an envelope, you fold the parachute like this. Because this way it comes out. For my ones, you get one go. You open half on the right and half on the left. So we'll come out from here air channel to open the parachute quicker. Then you fold up the corners 45 degrees. That is to be sure that the opening starts from a single point and reduce the chance of a line over or my west opening. Then you fold the canopy enough along the line of the air channel. Then you fold it enough again along the center. Be sure that on the top it is a little less than half, so the parachute will get a bit wider and takes less space. It's less bulky. Squeeze the air out of the parachute, pushing the air towards the leading edge of the parachute. Be sure to take away the rope. I've seen too many parachutes packed with the rope still inside. Then you make a first fold of the canopy, then you fold it again. And then you make Z fold of the canopy just to get up to the leading edge. If you don't get up to the leading edge correctly, then start again, making it folding bigger or smaller. Now you have to put the parachute into the deployment bag. Put the parachute in the middle of the deployment bag with the handle on the opposite side to the lines. You pull the elastic and make it pass through the opposite eyelets, then the two side eyelets. And then you block the elastic using the lines coming in from the opposite side than is usually done. This is to avoid any chance of the lines getting tangled and blocking the parachute and impeding the opening. So you put one finger inside, you put it tight, and that's enough. But be sure it is not shorter than that. Then you check the rubber bands. As long as they are in reasonably good condition, they are good. A weak elastic is better than a strong elastic, as the lines will be held by the fifth flap, the deployment bag. Then you have more or less half of the line length in figure 8. Then you block it with the lower couple of elastic. Then you do the second half. You block it with upper couple of elastic. Then you pull up the black elastic that holds the deployment bag closed. You pass it through the last eyelet, and then you block with the bridle with the part that is covered with a heat shrink. Then you make an 8 with the bridle, and you block one end of it with the elastic that is on the side of the deployment bag at the end of the handle. The velcro is the worst thing you can imagine.
Complex thing is right here goes to the green part. The second, the two elastic bands on the top. And just take it off. You have 4 elastic bands for the next day. First two in the bottom.
Then when you take away the rope, this rope, you pull it below the pin, so it doesn't make friction on the elastic. Well, I don't care of your velcro, and I do like this.
Yeah, and you get rid of
So, and that solves the problem of the pins.
Yeah, because you want a reasonable length on that, don't you?
Yeah, but that,
Some of the
but you
handles
must,
are a little
one must always check that it can open. Let's do it properly.
That will never come out.
You see? Because this is a part of an old elastic. Loops. One could also use something else, like cotton, for example.
something that you can break easily.
I do prefer the elastic, so you can pull it a little and it comes back, it doesn't break immediately.